Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're talking about urbanization and of course how it affects nature, and it really does affect it negatively. Okay, so as cities spread, which is basically the concept of urbanization, as they spread, the animals that live near the cities, well, they really do get affected, and a lot, because they are losing their habitat, and their habitat is getting smaller, and this really does have a negative impact at animals. And so today we are building roads to connect cities, but they are connecting the cities through nature, just straight through a habitat. And what happens is horrific, because now the species that lived in that habitat has a road over, and cars are constantly going by, and well, they are afraid to cross that road, and so some die trying to cross it, but some are afraid to cross it and just, well, they just stay on one side. And sometimes when that side doesn't have food, well, then they're doomed. And if they don't want to cross the other side, then, well, there won't be any more interaction between the species, and the species would easily go extinct. Now imagine that habitat has hundreds of species. Then what would happen? Like, that species would go extinct 100%, and they will get easily to stage 3 of extinction. Totally extinct. Nowhere on the face of the planet. Yeah, that is a little tricky. So how would we, well, sort of go around this problem? I don't know what to tell you, because it's really hard to say. Like, how would the animals, well, how would the animals act when we were to cut their habitat into 2? Would they try to cross, or would they just stay in one place? And that's really tricky, and just the species would get destroyed. And the only problem is not splitting the habitat in 2, and not the fear of crossing the road, but there's a lot of people who don't care about the nature, and somebody's just gonna go by with a car and just throw out the trash from the window. And so what happens then? Well, I have only one thing to say. Then little innocent animals would die, and all because of urbanization. We are making our habitat bigger and making theirs smaller. We sometimes have to remember that we're not the only creatures on Earth, and not the only creatures on Earth that need a big habitat. And so things like this happen, urbanization. You just get hundreds upon hundreds of species going extinct. And so what do we do now when that happens? Well, lately you've been seeing a lot of skyscrapers, and that's the key. We need to go in height, but still not interfere with birds too much, because then we're just doing the same thing. And yep, that concludes my video for today. I hope you liked it, and I will see you guys next time, and bye.